हाँ जी स्टूडेंट, दिख रही है पीपीटी?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, so today's topic is classification of dyes, and it's in unit 2. Yes, it's in unit 2, second topic, classification of dyes. So in this topic, we will discuss about the dyes, types of dyes, and how they made. So firstly, the definition of dyes. Students, म्यूट कर लो अपने माइक. Okay, so what are dyes? A dye is a soluble color which penetrates and combines with the matter being dyed. Penetrates means mix. It is a kind of a color which mix with the matter being dyeing, like the fabric. We usually dye the fabric. Okay, so this means that a dark colored fabric cannot be dyed in a light color. If a fabric has a natural color, if the fabric is a natural color, it will have to be bleached before applying the new color to get the real shade. So basically it is classified into two types. First is natural dyes and second is synthetic dyes. Firstly, we will discuss about the natural dyes. Natural dyes are further of three types. First is vegetable dyes, animal dyes, mineral dyes. So firstly, vegetable dyes. Vegetable dyes such as naspal, haldi, indigo, harar, behera, kikar, jamun, amla, katha are being used even today. Vegetable dyes are those which we get from the vegetable. So these are the names from which we get the vegetable dyes. This is the picture. You can see the vegetables. Next is animal dyes. Students, if anybody is confused in any topic, then please discuss with me, okay? Animal dyes. On animal dyes are those which obtained from the animal sources. For example, by killing some insects and moths. Siren purple is prepared from a specific type of fish. There is a fish from which we get Tyrian purple color. Purple, red, and blue violet colors are obtained from mollusk. Mollusk is an invertebrate animal from which we get these three colors. If we talk about this purple color, it is a costly technique. When we get this color from this fish now, this technique is very costly as these fishes are to be killed in thousands to obtain 1 gram of color. These are the insects you can see in the picture. So next are the mineral dyes. These are called mineral dyes as mineral dyes are their source. Minerals are themselves are their source. For example, first iron buff. Iron buff is prepared by soaking iron pieces in vinegar and water. After that, after a few days, they turn brown in color due to their reaction with oxygen. Fabric becomes stiff and weak with its use. I'm talking about the iron buff. When iron buff is prepared, it is firstly soaked in vinegar and water. Iron pieces are firstly soaked in vinegar and water. After that, after few days, they turn brown in color due to their reaction with oxygen. When they react with oxygen, the color turns brown, and When it is applied to the fabric, fabric becomes stiff and weak with its use. Next, chrome yellow, chrome orange, and chrome green are important mineral dyes. So, students, this is the flow chart. Firstly, dyes. Dyes are of two types. Next, they are further of vegetable dyes, animal dyes, mineral dyes, and again, these are some examples of the dyes. These are the colors which we get from these dyes, and these are the synthetic dyes. And further, it is divided into 7 parts. So now, these are the types of the synthetic dyes. Direct dyes, acid dyes, basic dyes, modern dyes, wet, sulfur, reactive, and pigment. So firstly, direct dyes. Direct dyes are usually for cotton, viscose, silk, and nylon fabrics. It is easy to dye, in which we require only cooking salt and boiling water. A hot boiling water we need when it's time to dye this fabric. Next, dyes. These kind of dyes have good light fastness, but only moderate with fastness. It is not so expensive. It is possible in this direct dyes. It is possible to improve on wash fastness by after treatment of dyed article with dye fixing agent. These kind of dyes these kind of dyes, as they are used on cotton, viscose, silk, and nylon fabrics, t-shirt, curtains, and theater productions are made with the help of these dyes. So these are the colors which we get from the direct dyes: yellow, pink, brown, turquoise, orange, red, and these all. Next, direct dyes are further of the 4 types: substantive direct dyes, developed dyes, azoic or naphtha dyes, dispersed dyes. First one is substantive direct dyes. It is used to dye cotton and rayon without a mordant. Salt is added to the solution for better penetration of the color. It is fairly fast to light but poorly fast to washing. Yes, it is fairly fast to light but poorly fast to washing. What does it mean? Anybody knows? What does it mean fairly fast to light but poorly fast to washing? Yes, students?
मैम धोने से कलर लाइट हो जाता है.
हाँ जी. And fast to light?
हल्का हो जाता है.
हाँ.
हल्का और मतलब व्हाइट में साफ.
Yes, students. हाँ जी विकास.
मैम हल्का और लाइट हो जाता है और मतलब कलर उसका शाइनिंग करने लगता है.
Fairly fast to light means when the fabric is exposed to light. Means जब हम उस फैब्रिक को लाइट में रखेंगे तो वो अच्छा ही रहेगा, कुछ उसका कलर खराब नहीं होगा. बट पुअरली फास्ट टू वॉशिंग, इसका मतलब क्या है कि वॉशिंग के बाद जो है वो थोड़ा सा उसका कलर चेंज हो सकता है,
डाउन हो जाएगा.
नेक्स्ट इज डेवलप्ड डाइज. Developed dye, these dyes are the developed form of direct dyes. These as well used to dye cotton, silk, Wool is added into this dyes and nylon. Quite fast to washing. So they have described here quite fast to washing. What does this mean? Yes, students.
मीन्स मैम जल्दी उसको धोना नहीं चाहिए.
Quite fast to washing means अगर हम वो फैब्रिक वॉश करते हैं तो उस पे इतना इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा.
ओह.
Next are the azoic dyes. The formation of this insoluble dye within the fabric makes it very fast to washing. Same इसी में भी it is fast to washing. The deposition of dye on the surface of the fiber produces poor rub fastness, which means poor rub fastness means we cannot rub the fabric. Like at the time of washing, we don't need to rub it badly कि वो जो फैब्रिक का टेक्सचर है, जब फैब्रिक है वो खराब हो सकता है इससे. जैसे अभी कॉटन तो फिर भी चल जाता है. वुलन फैब्रिक जो है वी कैन नॉट रब देम. उनके जो फिर yarns हैं they may get weak. Normally it is dyed in cold for all natural fibers. Next is the dispersed dyes. These have a natural affinity for hydrophobic fibers. What does it mean? Hydrophobic. Yes, students. What is hydrophobic? Anybody?
केमिकल वाला.
What does this word mean? Hydrophobic.
मैम जिस फैब्रिक को पानी में सूट करता हो.
हाँ, you can say that.
Yes, ma'am.
And these are used for dyeing many synthetic fibers. So these are the synthetic fibers such as nylon, polyester, as well as cellulose fibers. And these are used in fine powder form. Means these dispersed dyes are available in fine powdered form. These dyes, these kind of dyes like dispersed dyes are not completely soluble in water. These are as they are in powder form, so we can say that they will not get completely soluble in water. So these are the dispersed dyes. Then we will discuss about the dye class, which is reactive, and its general description is easy application. Means these reactive dyes are easy to apply on the fabric. Moderate price means these are not so costly. Means they are very not at also cheap, but we can easily buy these dyes. Complete color range means जो इसकी कलर जो देगा वो बहुत अच्छा उठ के आएगा. Good fastness due to direct reaction with fiber. It will give us good fastness because they go direct. Sorry students, they go direct react with the fibers. Main application commonly used for all cellulosic goods, especially in knitted fabric. Match-wise dyeing. Selective dyes can also be applied on wool, silk, and rayon. Increasingly used in printing due to good fastness. So in the field of printing, like we can say block printing, batik printing, any kind of printing, we can use the reactive dyes. This is an entirely class of dye introduced to the market in 1956. In 1956, these kind of dyes, these reactive dyes were introduced to the market. They react chemically with the fibers being dyed, and if correctly applied, cannot be removed by washing or boiling. When the dyer is applying the color on the fabric, reactive dyes, they are when they are dyeing with the on the fabric, we cannot, it could not be removed by washing or when it comes to the boiling. The main feature of the dye stuff is its low affinity to cellulose. Therefore, large amounts of salt are required. Means in this dyeing process, salt is used are required to force its deposition on the fabric. Next are its usage. Reactive dyes are used where bright dyeing with high light and wash fastness is required. So cold dyeing is used extensively in batik work. Batik work is a kind of printing, and in this cold dyeing is used. Although some reactive dye stuff have been specially modified to dye wool, there are some reactive dye stuff which are made only to dye the woolen fabrics. Their main usage is in dyeing cotton, linen, and viscose rayon. Cold water fibers, reactive dyes suitable for, these are the suitable for dyeing on cotton. We can easily dye cotton, silk, jute, rayon, and Hessian fabric. Hessian is also a kind of a jute fabric, woven fabric, which is made from the jute. And Hessian fabric, its usage is to make bags and rugs. Second point, secondly, these cannot be used on the synthetic or fabric that has been coated with the resin. When if there is a fabric which is in synthetic form and the resin finish is done on that, it will not be suitable for the reactive dyes. Next slide is dye for protein fibers. There are some fabrics in which protein fibers are used. So these three types of dyes are used to dye the protein fiber based fabric. First is acid dye, second metal complex dyes, and third is chrome dyes. So firstly, we will discuss about the acid dyes, and its general description is easy application, which means it could be applied easy on the fabric. It will give the complete color range on the fabric and with a good bright shades. Fastness properties may vary among individual dyes. So its main application is that it is commonly used for the fabrics like wool, silk, and nylon. These dyes comprise a large number of dyes used for the dyeing of wool, silk, and nylon. एसिड डाइज की जो है काफी सारे उसके रेंज है लाइक कलर्स के. देयर आर सम whenever we go for the dyeing of a fabric, they give us the color chart in which number are shown, like for example we can say the red color. रेड के भी अभी लाइट कलर्स भी होंगे, काफी डार्क कलर्स भी होंगे. तो जो एसिड डाइज है ना, इसमें काफी वेराइटीज होंगे कलर्स की, जो which could be dye woolen fabric, silk fabric, and nylon fabric. They vary considerably in their basic chemical structure, but have one common feature that they dye form an acid dye bond. All acid dyes can be grouped in 3 subgroups. So again, this is divided into 3 subgroups, in which first is level dyeing acid dyes, second acid milling dyes, and third is pre-metallized dyes. First is a level dyeing acid dyes. These dyes produce bright dyeing They means they give the bright colors after dyeing. The main feature is their good leveling properties. They are dyed from a dye bath containing strong acid. So there is basically a big, you can say like a container, a bathtub. You can take the example of a bathtub in the industries. There are the big bathtubs in which strong acids like sulfuric and formic acids, this kind of dye bath contains sulfuric and formic acid in which these fabrics are dyed. Fourth one is these dyes exhibit low wash and light fastness, which means we could not wash on the daily basis, and we should not expose expose that fabric direct to the light. So students, समझ आ रहा है? Any doubt? Yes, students. Anybody? यहाँ तक किसी को डाउट है बेटा तो पूछ लो.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So next we will discuss about the pre-metallized dyes. These dyes represent an extension of modern dyes. Second, the metal component being already incorporated in the dye during manufacturing process. Pre-metallized के नाम से पता लग रहा है कि उसको पहले मेटल की कोई कोटिंग देते हैं, कुछ मेटालिक डाइज की कोटिंग देते हैं. So second point में ये mention हो रहा है कि the metal component being already incorporated in the dye during manufacturing process. Third one is very good light fastness even in pale shades. So these are the pale shades, and they are good. They are in the very good light fastness. Means when they are exposed to the light, the color won't get dull. Next are its usage. The family of acid dyes is very large and diverse, which I already mentioned above in previous PPT, that in previous slide, that acid dyes are comprised in very large and diverse numbers, varying widely in their methods of dyeing. Secondly, level dyeing. Level dyeing means, and the students, level dyeing means any idea? Level dyeing. Nobody? लेवल डाइंग यार उसके नाम से पता लग रहा है कि इक्वली डाइंग मींस कोई भी विदाउट एनी पैचेस, दे आर डाइड इवनली ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द फैब्रिक. नेक्स्ट इट्स फास्टनेस. फास्टनेस भी अच्छी होगी इसके. ब्राइटनेस, दे विल गिव द ब्राइट शेड्स एंड ईज ऑफ एप्लीकेशन, मींस they could be applied easily on the fabric. Care must be taken to use the appropriate method as prescribed for a given dye, which means whenever we are going to dye any of the method, we should take care that कि जो fabric है और dye है and उस पे जो method we are going to apply वो क्या appropriate है एक दूसरे के लिए, ये भी देखना पड़ेगा. Fourth is a number of acid dyes are also used to dye nylon. Acid dyes for wool, nylon and silk. Selection of milling and pre-metallized dyes. Then dyeing at boil with addition of acetic dyes, bright strong colors. These are some points for the acid dyes for wool, nylon and silk. Fourth is mixes of primary colors produce large range of tertiary colors. So students, you all have done the color wheel. Okay? After color wheel, what are the primary colors? Tell me. Yes, Rishu. What are
मैम
primary
जो
colors? Rishu,
क्या मैम?
what are primary colors?
मैम इसमें हम लोग मिक्स करके जो कलर बनाते हैं उसको ही हम लोग ये प्राइमरी कलर बोलते हैं।
Manpreet, explain what are primary colors.
मैम जो नेचुरल होते हैं जिसमें कोई भी कलर मिक्स नहीं हुआ होता,
For example,
मैम जैसे रेड, ब्लू, येलो, ये नेचुरल है।
yes. And tertiary colors. How tertiary colors are made? Firstly, we have the primary colors. After the primary colors, by mixing them with each other, we get the secondary colors. And when we mix the secondary colors with each other, we get the tertiary colors. Okay?
यस मैम।
Last, dyes have very high light and wash fastness. So what does this point mean? Very high light and wash fastness. High light means जब जो फैब्रिक है इससे जब डाई होगा तो हम उसको अगर लाइट में भी एक्सपोज करेंगे तो कुछ नहीं होगा उससे, बिकॉज दे हैव मेंशन वेरी हाई लाइट फास्टनेस। एंड वॉश का भी मेंशन किया है, मींस व्हेन वी वॉश इट ऑन द डेली बेसिस कुछ भी उस फैब्रिक को नहीं होगा उससे जो डाई हुआ होगा। So next we will discuss about the color formulation. So color formulation, what is the color formulation? It is the choice of a specific color for a particular material is the responsibility of the textile designer. Means the role of textile designer is very important in the color formulation because the textile designer have each and every knowledge related to the textiles. Job of the textile dyer. It is the job of the textile dyer to match the designer's color with the proper dyes or pigments as well as to meet the color fastness requirements. Means firstly textile designer आ गया। textile designer का work क्या है बताओ? टेक्सटाइल डिजाइनर का कलर फॉर्मुलेशन में क्या रोल होगा? दैट ही विल टेल कि जो फैब्रिक के जो कलर हो ये कलर के अभी हो रहे हैं, तो टेक्सटाइल डायर का क्या काम होगा कि जो टेक्सटाइल डिजाइनर ने कलर मेंशन किए हैं आर दे सूटेबल फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर डाई। जो फैब्रिक पे पर्टिकुलर डाई हो रहा है उस पे जो मेथड लग रहा है ये तीनों का आपस में मेल है कोई? In brief, the designer's role is part of the world of artistry and creativity, while the dyer's role in the world of science and technology. Matching of color shades by the dyer requires the skillful blending and formulation of different dyes and pigments, as well as understanding of the nature of fibers. Means they need to have the brief knowledge related to the color shades and also knowledge of dyes and pigments and understanding of the nature of fibers, that what is the basic nature of the particular fiber and the numerous chemicals needed to carry the dyeing process. Color match recipes are first developed on a small laboratory basis. Firstly, color match recipes are first developed, which means जो छोटी लेबोरेटरीज होती हैं उन पे टेस्ट होते हैं कि जो कलर मैच करने जा रहे हैं वो ठीक है, so that not to waste the fabric, the whole fabric. Once the dyer has formulated a color match and achieved a satisfactory sampling, तो उसके बाद क्या होगा कि पहले जो डायर है वही वो कलर मैच को, और जो भी उसने डिजाइनर ने बोला है कि ये सारा मिक्स मैच होगा, जो डायर है वही एक जो पहले जो सैंपल एक तैयार करेगा, कि सैंपल रेडी करेगा। आफ्टर दैट सैंपल द होल फैब्रिक विल गो फॉर द डाइंग प्रोसेस। In actual production, however, each dye lot is more or less different in shade from all other lots. This lot-to-lot shade variation is caused by several factors such as differences in dyes, auxiliaries concentration, fabric loads, and different dyeing machine settings. Next is the color fastness. A good dye must withstand the subsequent treatment, example laundering, dry cleaning, etc., or environmental wearing. The degree to which a dyed material can withstand such treatments and wearing is called the color fastness. No dye or pigment is fast in all color fastness, means different shades of color will have their उसकी जो अलग अपनी अपनी qualities होंगी, which means कि हर एक कलर का जो फास्टनेस है वो अच्छा नहीं होगा, अलग अलग उसकी कलर फास्टनेस होंगी, और अलग अलग डाइंग में अलग अलग जो कलर यूज होते हैं सभी की क्वालिटीज अलग अलग की होंगी। Only a careful selection and formulation of dyes and auxiliaries can result in a desirable dye and conform with the color fastness requirements. Next, there is the gray scale. This is the gray scale. Okay, so here we will discuss about the principle of using gray scale. The result of a color fastness tested is rated here by visually comparing the difference in color or the contrast between the untreated and treated specimens with the differences represented by the scale. So this is the scale. Okay, this is the gray scale, and the person is going to dye the red color. Then he will match the difference, like dark gray, and this is light gray, and this is dark red, this is the light red. So उनमें जो है कंपैरिजन होगी कि जो उनमें लाइट एंड डार्क का डिफरेंस है वही इन दोनों में लाइट एंड डार्क का डिफरेंस है, ये उसमें फिर उसकी कलर फास्टनेस इसमें टेस्ट होगी। The color fastness grade is equal to the grayscale step, which is judged to have the same color or contrast difference. वही जो मैंने अभी बताया कि उसका जो कंट्रास्ट है वो चेक होता है यहाँ पे कि कंट्रास्ट अच्छा दे रहा है वो कि नहीं, कि अगर वो लाइट में है तो कैसा है, डार्क में है तो कैसा है, उसके साथ ये मैच होगा। Then these are the common color fastness. So first is laundering, which means washing. Then is light exposure, means fabric core, to place the fabric in light. Third is dry cleaning. Fourth, perspiration, and fifth is rubbing. So this is the table. So you can see here washing, light, dry cleaning, perspiration, rubbing, and these are the dyes, like direct dyes. Direct dyes में भी क्या होगा कि जो washing है moderate can be improved after proper treatment. लाइट में क्या होगा, कैन बी इम्प्रूव आफ्टर सेम, उसको भी जो क्या है आफ्टर प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट के बाद भी उसको इम्प्रूव किया जा सकता है। मतलब उसके पहले उन्होंने बोला है कि वॉशिंग का है मॉडरेट मीन्स ठीक ठीक है, ड्राई क्लीनिंग गुड, perspiration भी गुड, एंड रबिंग भी गुड। नेक्स्ट इज azoic dyes. Azoic dyes में क्या होगा, in the case of washing it is good, light में भी good, dry cleaning में moderate, perspiration में good, and rubbing में moderate. Student, do you know about the perspiration?
No, ma'am.
Wetting मीन्स जब उसको वॉश करते हैं फैब्रिक को तो कैसे ये जो है यहाँ पे these are the dyes and then we will check कि washing में उसके color fastness कैसी होगी, then after washing direct dyes जो एक fabric पे apply किया हुआ है then they will go for the washing process, they check that now what is the color fastness, for example the red color fabric वो wash के बाद कैसा color आया है, then they the fabric will go for the lighting process, like light में रखेंगे उसको तो then तो उसका क्या कलर है, लाइट हुआ या डार्क हुआ या कैसे है। आफ्टर ड्राई क्लीनिंग के बाद भी कैसा हुआ, पर्सपिरेशन जब जब हम डालते हैं when the people wear that fabric that dyed which is dyed in the direct dyes, आफ्टर पर्सपिरेशन उसकी जो क्या है क्वालिटी है, गुड है। जब वो फैब्रिक रब हो रहा है आपस में, इन द केस ऑफ वॉशिंग आल्सो व्हेन पीपल यूज टू रब द फैब्रिक, तब भी उसकी क्या है क्वालिटी, क्या है, गुड है। सो अभी दीज आर द डाइज जोइक, वैक्स, सल्फर रिएक्टिव एंड ऑल, उन सब की कलर फास्टनेस यहाँ पे डिस्क्राइब की हुई है उन्होंने। नेक्स्ट इज द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ पिगमेंट। Application of pigments, it is popular, it is very famous in the printing में we use the pigments. So what are the advantages of the application of pigments? These are the easy to apply, they colorful, they give us full color range, these can be applied on all textile fibers and their blends, means fibers पे भी हम उसको apply कर सकते हैं एंड उसके जो ब्लेंडिंग होगी आफ्टर द जो फाइबर्स के बाद जब उसके ब्लेंडिंग होगी फिर भी हम उसके ऊपर वी कैन इजीली अप्लाई द पिगमेंट्स ऑन द ब्लेंडिंग। सो दिस इज द एंड ऑफ दिस टॉपिक।